Hey everyone, welcome back to the Incredible India podcast series. I'm Sam.
And I'm Taylor.
Today we are looking at what I can only describe as a logistical high wire act.
That's a good way to put it.
We have a stack of itineraries and notes here, all asking one massive question. Can you actually experience the grandeur of Rajasthan in just 3 days?
It sounds kind of impossible, doesn't it? I mean, people usually spend weeks just scratching the surface.
Exactly. But the source material we're deep diving into, specifically an itinerary from Five Senses Tours, claims it's possible.
And not just possible, but profound. If, and this is a big if, you are incredibly strategic.
Right. We're talking about the Golden Triangle of Rajasthan, Jaipur, Jodhpur, and Udaipur.
The Pink City, the Blue City, and the City of Lakes. A classic circuit.
So the mission for this deep dive is to see if this plan holds up. We're going to break down the logistics, the timing, and, some of the hidden history behind these amazing forts and palaces. And the science, too. That's a key takeaway from these notes. We often focus on the art, but there's some serious engineering here. Climate control, astronomy.
Before we get to all that, let's talk survival. Because looking at the climate data, timing is everything.
It's not just a suggestion, it's a safety requirement. The sources are really clear on this.
So what's the window?
October to March. That's it. That is the only time you should even attempt a whirlwind trip like this.
Because outside of that, we're talking about just extreme heat.
Extreme is an understatement. April to June, you're looking at temperatures hitting 45 degrees Celsius.
Wow, that's 113 Fahrenheit.
Exactly. Walking around a fort in that kind of heat is a health hazard, not a vacation.
And then right after the heat comes the monsoon season.
Right, July to September. And while the rain cools things down, it brings flooding. A flooded road could completely derail a tight 3-day schedule.
So you really have to stick to that winter window.
You do. Plus, there's a cultural bonus. If you time it right, you can overlap with huge festivals.
Oh, like what?
Well, November has the Pushkar Camel Fair, which is just a spectacle. Then there's the Jaisalmer Desert Festival in February.
And Holi in Jaipur in March. Seeing the Pink City covered in color would be incredible.
It's a bucket list item for sure.
Okay, what about where to stay? The notes talk a lot about heritage hotels.
Yeah, this is something pretty unique to Rajasthan. Instead of a normal hotel, you can stay in converted palaces and old mansions or havelis.
So you're literally sleeping inside a piece of history.
Precisely. You could be at the Taj Lake Palace, floating on the water, or Umaid Bhawan. But this brings us back to logistics.
They sell out fast, I'm guessing.
Instantly. You can't just show up. The advice here is to book 3 to 4 months in advance minimum.
Okay, so let's get moving. Day 1, we wake up in Jaipur. The itinerary has a very aggressive start time.
It does. 6:00 a.m.
Why so early?
You're heading to the Amber Fort, which is just outside the city.
Right.
And you have to beat the heat and the crowds.
Right, by 9 a.m. it's packed.
It's a zoo. But at 6 a.m., you get the place to yourself, and you get to see the sunrise on that yellow sandstone. It just glows.
So once you're up there, what's the one thing you have to see?
The Sheesh Mahal.
Oh.
The Mirror Palace. This is where opulence meets brilliant engineering.
So it's not just for decoration?
Not at all. The walls are covered in thousands of tiny convex mirrors. The function was light amplification. A single candle lit in that room would illuminate the entire hall.
So it was basically a 16th century energy-efficient lighting system.
That's a perfect way to describe it. And that theme of ancient tech continues at the next stop, the Hawa Mahal.
The Palace of Winds, that famous pink facade.
Right, but it's so much more than a facade. It's basically an ancient air conditioning machine. It has 953 little windows.
And those windows do something special.
They create what's called the Venturi effect. As wind passes through the narrow openings, it accelerates and cools down. It let the royal ladies watch street festivals in the summer without overheating.
It's a one-way mirror made of wind. I love that.
And to wrap up the day, you go from architecture to pure science at Jantar Mantar.
The UNESCO site, it looks like a sculpture park.
It does, but every one of those sculptures is a massive astronomical instrument from the 1700s.
Like the giant sundial.
The Vrihat Samrat Yantra. And get this, because it's so huge, it's accurate to within 2 seconds.
2 seconds? In the 18th century. That's mind-blowing.
It really is.
Okay, so day 1 is architecture and astronomy. Then day 2 is a 5 to 6 hour drive to Jodhpur.
And the landscape changes completely. It gets more rugged, more desert-like. You're in the Blue City now,
And Marangar Fort looms over everything.
It's one of the most incredible forts in all of India. It rises 400 feet straight out of the rock. It doesn't look like it was built. It looks like it grew there.
It seems much more military than Amber Fort.
Oh, much more. You have to pass through 7 gates to get in, and one of them still has cannonball scars on it. This place was about power.
And then you look down and see all the blue houses. Why blue?
Well, it started as a way to mark the homes of Brahmins, the priestly caste.
A status symbol?
Right. But then people realized the indigo color repels termites.
No way.
Yep, termite proofing. And it reflects heat, keeping the houses cooler, so the trend just spread.
So the most Instagrammable view is really just practical home maintenance.
You got it. After the intensity of the fort, the itinerary takes you to Jaswant,
The Taj Mahal of Marwar.
a beautiful memorial made of thin, polished white marble. It's so translucent that the whole building glows when the sun hits it. It's very peaceful.
Sounds like you need that piece before the next stop.
You do, because you're heading into the Sardar market, the good kind of chaos.
That sensory explosion.
Absolutely. The smell of spices, the colors of the textiles, and the food. You have to try malwa kachori.
That's a sweet pastry, right?
Very sweet. And the makhani lassi. It's so thick they serve it with a spoon.
Okay, day 3. We're well fed and we head to Udaipur. Another long drive.
About 4 to 5 hours, and the vibe shifts again. If Jodhpur was rugged, Udaipur is romantic.
The city of lakes.
Exactly. It's much greener, softer.
Yeah.
And everything revolves around Lake Pichola.
And another city palace. Is it different from the one in Jaipur?
Completely different. For one, it's the largest palace complex in Rajasthan. But the highlight is the Crystal Gallery.
Wait, what?
The Maharaja ordered a custom set of crystal furniture from England in the 1800s. We're talking crystal chairs, crystal tables.
Crystal sofas. I'd be terrified to sit on one.
I don't think they let you. It's just this wild display of wealth.
And since it's the city of lakes, the plan puts us on a boat.
You have to. You take a sunset boat ride out to Jagmandir Island Palace.
An island palace. It sounds
It
amazing.
looks like it's floating. Fun fact, a young prince who later became Emperor Shah Jahan, the man who built the Taj Mahal, hid out here for a while.
So this might have been part of the inspiration for the Taj?
It's very likely. And the final stop is a garden called Sahilian Ki Bari.
The Garden of the Maids.
Yes. And here's the last engineering marvel. It's filled with fountains, but there are no pumps, no electricity.
How does that work?
They used gravity. They piped water from a lake at a higher elevation. And the natural pressure is what makes the fountains work.
That is so clever. Okay, so this 3-day sprint is packed. Let's talk money. Is this going to bankrupt us?
Doesn't have to. You can do it on a shoestring. A train ticket is maybe 800 to 1,200 rupees. Street food is, 30 or 50 rupees.
But for the full experience, with the private car,
The car for the whole loop will run about 15,000 to 20,000 rupees. So if you split that, it's great value. The Heritage Hotels and Royal Dinners are where you can spend more.
okay, final thoughts. Etiquette.
The big one is photography. Always ask permission before taking photos of people, especially women.
And shoes off in temples.
All the time. Wear shoes you can slip on and off easily. Oh, and hire a government-certified guide.
Why is that so important?
Because they give you what the notes call the secret narratives. The plaques give you dates. The guides give you the royal scandals, the gossip. It really brings the place to life.
So to sum it up, 3 days is a whirlwind.
It's intense, for sure.
But it seems like you get a real taste of everything. The pink sandstone of Jaipur, the blue streets of Jodhpur, and the lakes of Udaipur.
It's a sampler platter, but a very, very high-quality one. You see the true diversity of the region.
Sounds like the kind of trip you need a vacation from after you get back.
You're not wrong. But you'll be talking about it for years.
Now, for those of you listening who are inspired but maybe a bit daunted by the planning, we do have a specific recommendation from the source material.
Right. If you decide to travel to Rajasthan, we have a recommendation. 5 Senses Tours organizes tours across India, which are immersive cultural experiences.
You can email contact@fivesensestours.com. Note 5 is written as a numeral in contact@fivesensestours.com. Or WhatsApp to +919 845 677 446.
Definitely check them out if you want to make that Golden Triangle trip happen smoothly.
That's it for this deep dive into the royal heart of India. We hope you enjoyed the journey and learned a bit about the science behind all that beauty.
Go explore and stay curious.
See you next time.